it's Amy and Jen.
Hi.
We are here today to talk to you about some tips when you're visiting a friend in the hospital. Last time we talked about some things you can do if your friend's in the hospital, and we didn't get enough time to talk about what you can do when you actually go to visit in the hospital. So we thought we would follow up with some of that today.
That's right. So one of the things that we would suggest is to set up visitation on your team calendar. Mm-hmm. And the reason we say that is because it keeps, the hospital rooms are small, and it keeps from having 20 people that all come after work and then no one there for the rest of the day. So that way, if we can set up a schedule to say, hey, who's going to come around lunchtime? And then who will be here after work, and maybe who can come in the morning after they drop kids off at school, that kind of thing, to keep visitations manageable.
And some additional thoughts on that, which I agree with 100%, because additionally you don't want like 4 people there at the same time. I like to set a timer on my phone and have the ringer off, so then it's in my pocket and it just vibrates after 10 or 15 minutes. More than 10 or 15 minutes, you probably don't want to stay. You don't want to overstay your welcome. You can obviously look at the situation, but if I set a timer on my phone, and even if it goes off so that everyone's like, oh, okay, great, now we know you've got somewhere else to go, that's a really nice thing. Something that I would like to encourage as well when you're going at like lunchtime or dinner time, if it's scheduled and you can let your friend or their caregiver know that you're coming at lunchtime, offer to bring a meal for them. I know when I've ever been in with any of my family members, I'm kind of not overly excited about the hospital cafeteria, but I don't always want to leave either. So if someone brings food in, that's a really nice additional thing.
And check to see if your friend can have outside meals as well, because sometimes that's also a nice break, not to have to eat the hospital food. And if you're coming and can bring something, that's fantastic.
Right. So we also had a couple of tips from friends about this, and some of the ones that I liked a lot and I thought were really good. Offer to maybe walk the perimeter of the hospital or walk the hospital walls. Not the walls. Halls.
Yeah.
I mean, I know sometimes you want to
climb
the walls.
Climbing the walls because you want to get out of your room.
So maybe offer, hey, I'm going to bring my walking shoes. Let's just walk around for 15, 20 minutes or however long for either your friend who's in the hospital or their caregiver to just have a break and move around, run, anything like that.
Another great idea was to have someone come in to give a massage either to your friend or the caregiver who's probably been sleeping in a chair that can make into a bed but not really. That's a really fantastic idea and gift to kind of help get through those long hospital stays.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Some other good ones were to maybe bring a playlist of your favorite music so that your friend just has something different to listen to. And that's something you don't have to do. That's a great thing even if you can't visit. And some other things, if you can't visit but you want to have that like personal visit option, would be to sign up for a visitation slot and FaceTime. I know we had a team that the little boy was in isolation for a very, very long time, and none of his friends were allowed to come and visit him in the hospital, but we could set up times for everybody to FaceTime each other. Which brings me to one other point, which I think is really important. If you are sick,
don't go.
Just
don't go. FaceTime, call, text, but if you're sick, don't go, because even if your friend can handle it, maybe their caregiver's getting run down, maybe their roommate's getting run down.
Well, just everybody in the hospital, like they're there for a reason, and that is to hopefully be healthy. And if you are not, that's...
Just skip it.
Just skip it.
Come next week.
FaceTime, send them something else, send them that playlist, send them some funny video clips, anything that would be a good uplifting way.
That's right.
Yeah.
So if you're enjoying our videos, make sure that you subscribe. If you have other ideas, feel free to comment, and we'll hopefully get them on the air soon.
Thanks.